Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going again, guys? It is I, the Crypto Otaku, back for some more Crypto Chaos and coffee. Let's go, guys. I'm tired. I stayed up all night working on the merch store, guys. We're almost ready to go. Just one more day. We'll have that thing live on Friday. But anyway, in the meantime, happy Thursday. Cody Bakula coming in with a $2 super chat right out the gate, bringing on the music. Thanks again, man. You jive into the music. Thanks again. Yes, Crypto JPEG's also here this morning. Very first one here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. And Neb's here also as well. Let's go. Good morning, Chaos family. Let's go. Quentin as well. Neb's, yeah. Salute to you, sir. My good sir. Salute to you. Crypto Otaku, yes. Good morning. We are all, officially streaming live now on X. I don't know how this works, guys. It's not showing up on X, at least not on my account. So, yeah, I don't know. But it says we're streaming live on X. Maybe it's just going to facilitate the stream and then push it over there when it's done. I don't know. But, yeah, as of right now, we're streaming live. I don't know. Question mark. All right, yeah. So let the chaos. I read that as crash. Let the chaos begin. We have a whole bunch of stuff to get over with you guys this morning. Go over with you guys. I have like 4 clips this morning from Bloomberg. I don't know if we're gonna get to all of them, but they're talking about the dollar debasement trade. Everyone's talking about it, guys. It's my favorite piece of doom, especially here in the morning. Let's go. Yes. Okay. Happy Thursday to you, EZ. Cliff also here. How's it going? Yeah. It's time, guys. It's time. All right. Let's get to it, guys. Let's go. Cody. Yes, Cody. When Moon. I need this money, guys. It's coming, guys. It's coming.
When will then be now? Soon.
I need this money too, man. I need to pay my bills. I'm living on zero. Oh, geez. All right, guys. Just the YouTube. What you guys send to me is getting me through the year. It's insane. Living off credit cards like everyone else, with everything in on the market. Yeah, Super Danny here says, yes, good morning. Again, not financial advice.
Are you stupid?
Not financial advice. What I do is ridiculous and irrational. Yeah, good. Good. Going to work soon. We'll try to listen in until I go in. Yes, happy to hear that, guys. I'm so excited that you guys actually listen to me on your daily commute, or while you're sitting in the office. I was there, right there with you, man. I was right there with you as of last year when I got laid off in January. I was doing the same thing you're doing right now, trying to, of course, navigate the markets as best I can. And that's what we do every single morning with Crypto Chaos. We cover the markets in real time. All right, guys. And, of course, in a traditional crypto fashion. But, yeah, trying to follow the markets as much as they pertain to us. Okay. The Fiat Factory. To the Fiat Factory, says Cliff. To the Fiat Factory, yes. Yes, Cliff's also right behind Danny on that one. All right, guys, let's get back into some of the stuff that came out this morning from Bloomberg. They were rattling on this morning about all kinds of stuff pertaining to the global trade, the dollar, the de-dollarization. The IMF right now has some things to say about that. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to probably skip this one real quick. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Senior editor Mike Shepard joins us for the latest. Shep, what do we know about this meeting and what was discussed?
Well, we don't know what happened behind closed doors there, but the timing of this get-together is unusual, mainly because of the rising tensions between Beijing and Washington over trade, and the fact that it's coming less than 2 weeks before Presidents Donald Trump and Xi Jinping are set to meet to try to sort out this growing list of differences between the world's 2 largest economies. And companies like Tim Cook's Apple have so much at stake in all of this. China is a market that they have been betting on for years, but now the Trump administration and even its predecessor, the Biden administration, have been pushing companies to maybe de-emphasize, if not decouple altogether from China over national security concerns and economic competition concerns. Earlier this week, ahead of this meeting that Tim Cook had with He Lifeng, Apple made 2 announcements that were curious. Tim Cook, on one hand, pledged greater investment in China. Yet on the same day, Apple was also unveiling plans to produce its home hubs and some robotics products in Vietnam in a pivot away from China. So, Danny, this signals that companies like Apple are really at this crossroads, caught between 2 economic super.
You can feel it too. You can feel it in the markets. Everything going sideways right now. All right, let's continue on. IMF. They had a little bit of a quick little interview this morning with one of the members of the IMF. Let me see if we can play this.
I wonder, I mean, how much it's screaming into a void. You know, reduce your debt. Everybody wants to keep getting their benefits, but I do wonder whether you see the ramifications of this in the price of gold. In this conversation that we have here about the debasement of the dollar, do you think that those threats are real?
The price of gold is going up because uncertainty has shot up and it is staying very high. What do you do at a time of uncertainty? You try to anchor yourself in something that has proven value. When we look at the dollar, over decades, the share of dollar in reserves globally has gone down somewhat. Mostly because other countries have presented a good alternative. But they are all medium-sized countries. Australia, Sweden, Switzerland. Even the Eurozone is not that big to present an alternative to the dollar. And we need to remember, people go for the dollar because of the depth of the capital markets in the United States, the liquidity, the size of the economy, the productivity of the American worker, which is unmatched in other advanced economies. So yes, it is likely as the world becomes multipolar, it is likely to see this trend, but it is a slow process.
Yeah, so we're slowly bleeding off of the dollar. Yes, according to Kristalina Georgieva, the IMF managing director of the IMF. Gamma God is coming in with a $2 super chat this morning for the chaos and the coffee. Yes, let's go. Thank you, Gamma. Thank you, Gamma. And of course, he's apologizing for being right. It's all right, or it's all right, Gamma. Yeah, we know you have good intentions. You meant to be here on time. All right, let's get back here. We got another clip here before the marketing bell, guys. We got about a minute and a half. I got to hurry up.
Christopher Waller sitting down with Bloomberg's Tom Keene at the Council of Foreign Relations. Governor Myron hitting back at Waller's insistence for 25 cuts, saying 25 basis points of cuts is making adjustments slower than need. Will Waller respond? You can watch that conversation live go on your terminal. This is Bloomberg.
That view was accurate.
All right.
Echoed in the Federal Reserve's recently released Beige Book, which is a survey of business contacts. The consensus view across the country is that while consumer spending inched down.
All right, they're going on. Okay, let's get back here. So yeah, they're gonna be ringing the bell here in a second. I have one more clip. I don't have enough time to show it, though, I don't think. Maybe. A lot? Yeah, no. We're good. We're all caught up. I skipped that first one. That's right. All right, good. I don't want to miss the marketing opening bell. Yeah, like I did yesterday. I was a minute late yesterday. I don't like being a minute late. Speaking of late, Gamma Spence here saying Dr. Ruth. What? What the hell? I don't know. Joy, yeah, good morning, peeps. How's it going? Good morning. Happy Joy. Yes. Yeah, Strawberry Dragons. Morning Chaos. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Favorite flavor of dragon. You still have your job, right? I'm still waiting for you. I'm still rooting for you to lose your job. Oh, we need 200 basis points, says Bobbin. We need 2 full points cut. Oh my God, that's insane. Yeah, we're probably never going to see that unless I don't know, we go into a full-blown recession. We don't do recessions anymore. Come on, we don't do recessions anymore. We just keep printing more money at the expense of the future generations. Man, I wish I had time to play that clip. Anyway, 25 seconds, market bell opening.
Is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We have had some amazing market gyrations in the last few sessions, kicked off by concerns about the trade war that President Trump yesterday acknowledged in those words with China. However, we closed higher, and now we're looking at futures gaining as well. So we could have a little bit of stability back in this market. S&P futures up, NASDAQ futures gaining, Russell 2000 futures up as well on this Thursday morning. You've got the Susan G. Komen Foundation ringing the opening bell at the NASDAQ. Just to point out, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so they are all wearing pink and trying to raise awareness there. Down at the NASDAQ, you've got an Asian fintech company, Owl Ting, ringing the bell, and they're doing a direct listing on the NASDAQ. The ticker is OWLT. Danny, what are the stocks that you're watching today?
I'm watching tech and AI, as we are literally every single day, because it's another day where there's positive news that's juicing this equity market and tech stocks in particular. TSMC, the ADRs, though, I have to say they're trading off of what we were in the future session here at the open, only up 0.6%. They were up more than 1% in the pre-market trade, but it raised its projection for 2025 revenue growth for the second time this year. They keep benefiting from a spending spree on AI infrastructure. All right, there we go. Now we're up by more than 1%, Matt.
All right, Salesforce as well is an AI story. It expects revenue growth to return to the double digits in the coming years. It had dropped below that, obviously, and now it's got this agent force, I think that's what it's called, that it hopes is going to boost revenue to $60 billion annually by 2030. City strategist Beata Monte warns that the equity bull market could be headed for a choppier phase amid a complex path to a resolution of the U.S.-China trade dispute. That is indeed what we've seen over the past couple of days. Worries about rare earth magnets need to lead to threats about less recycled oil, cooking oil. Joining us now to discuss is Stephanie Guild, Robinhood Chief Investment Officer. I didn't properly illustrate the picture, but you know, it's the rare earths and then the soybeans, I think, is what made us want to buy
rare earth cooking oil,
less recycled cooking oil. In any case, it's really driven these market gyrations. So how does this get resolved?
I don't know if it does. I mean, I think China's the only country that can actually stand up against the U.S., right? It's why the other ones haven't. I saw the other day that China had put that announcement that they had put out there that had gyrated the markets in their own word processing system. So you couldn't actually read it if you were using any of the ones that we use. And it just shows you how independent they've tried to become, and it's why I think they have leverage here.
There we go.
You know,
talking about the bricks.
Oil, I guess, is a leverage point. But it's why actually we've been invested in China tech in our portfolios in Robinhood strategies, because we think that's a place that can give the U.S. tech market a run for its money.
The bulls for U.S. equities, though, would say, look at their earnings this week. They've been really strong, banks and United and otherwise. AI trends still going strong. We were just talking about TSMC. Does it surprise you that trade still has the ability to rock this market and cause volatility, despite the fact people looked at Trump and just said he'll always back out and maybe don't necessarily trade on it? The fact we are still trading day to day on the latest trade machinations?
Yeah, I think it's just because of where we are. In terms of like the valuation cycle, like it is, you have to see a much bigger, everyone expects high growth from the tech sector. Everybody expects, I think, things to go well. Like JP Morgan had good earnings. It didn't move materially higher that day because the expectations are already there and they are everything. We also have a government shutdown. Like there are things to worry about, and the one area that I'm actually watching very closely is like the credit markets and some of the things that are starting, like Zion's provision.
The great cockroach debate.
I actually agree with that.
So what do you think? By the way, Danny got deep into that.
I did get deep into
yesterday.
it. Well, there was this whole argument. I talked to Mark Lipschultz of Blue Owl, who was like, I'm not the cockroach, you're the cockroach, saying it's not private capital, private credit, it's public credit. But maybe it's credit as a whole that has an issue, and we shouldn't be making these distinguishing factors.
Is it a problem?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the details, like tons of private money has flowed into private credit, like tons. It was all private banks could talk about. And there had to be some point, a space where the due diligence got a little light. Let's just get this money invested. Like that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about it in the private credit market, private equity markets as well, in certain spots, not everywhere.
I have to say, I was looking at this comment from Mark Nachman, the head of global wealth at Goldman Sachs at GSAM, who basically said that so much money was flowing in that there had literally been IC meetings. He said, of course, not Goldman Sachs's, but investment committee meetings where the IC got overruled because they were like, it doesn't matter how good this deal is, you have to put the money to work. If that's happening, Stephanie, what's the logical conclusion to that? And is it just a private markets issue, or do we need to start worrying if you're invested in public markets too?
No, I mean, I think there always will be some sort of follow through somewhere in the public markets. So far, the issues in the credit space have been, everyone's blaming fraud, which brings you back to due diligence. It's been more in the auto sector. So I just wonder if there's like a that like consumer, you couldn't buy a car during COVID. Like everyone jumped into used cars, and that's kind of where you're seeing it so far.
I remember that.
So much money in private equity that someone's making a bid for Papa John's. Is
that a sign at the top?
I mean, it's like if you have a choice of where to order pizza.
It's cheap.
Is that?
Hey, Blackstone bought Jersey Mike's. That was exciting.
But if
Jersey Mike's is delicious.
I mean, if you can order it through OpenAI, and then your Waymo driver gets it to you, like.
Hey, I teased that we were going to ask you about cheap tech. Is there any?
We
found
some. That's where, I mean, it's riskier for sure because it's not like the most obvious places, but I still think it's kind of the picks and shovels. So NetApp is one name, for example, that's priced at like 14.8 times, which is a discount to the S&P, discount to obviously the sector. It's under the radar. Only 30% of analysts have a buy rating. It's not, as I said, not for the faint maybe of heart, but it feels like there are some names that are under the radar.
Well, I was talking to one of our in-house quant strategist, Stephen Hu, who basically said he had built this strategy that's looking at unprofitable companies that have momentum to becoming profitable. And he said a lot of it was in unprofitable tech. There's been so much noise this year made about how that sector is outperforming. Are there actually maybe some gems in there, to your point, that yes, it's unprofitable now, but seems like they're improving?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always the case. It depends on where they're focused. I think, but if they're able to create some sort of niche area, I mean, you could also say CRM is cheap.
True.
Right? Because it just hasn't delivered on, like, they haven't leveraged as much as kind of their customer base.
Do you like CRM after the earnings?
All right.
Yesterday?
I'm over it.
It feels a little bit still like a show me stock to me because they obviously...
we got to move on. I was hoping to hear a little bit more about the retail investor or at least crypto on their platform. All right, let's continue on. Some of the headlines today. Besant warns economy could be bleeding billions as government shutdown cuts Americans' muscle. Yeah, it's cutting it down, man. It's definitely... we're watching, of course, the de-dollarization, the debasement trade continue on. The world's betting against the dollar. TSMC profit surges 39%. The beat estimates that he had hit on the record. AI chip demand on Alibaba says its AI spending in e-commerce business is already breaking even. Micron will get boosted supply and shortage in the memory, storage. UBS, okay. PayPal's crypto partner mints a whopping $300 trillion worth of stablecoins. We caught this last night. There was a lot of pushback on this because they shouldn't be able to just fix a error like that. They should be able to at least show proof that they also created that money with the dollar amount, which means that they don't have to have X amount. Obviously, they're not going to have all the money in the world to mint, right? 30. That's obviously just a typing error, but still, it opens up the question. Is like if they're able to go live with that amount of money, and they don't have to show the about in the balance sheets for at least a quarter of a year. Each quarter they have to prove that they have at least the amount that the stable coin is worth. They tried to mint $300 million and they ended up minting $300 trillion. I don't know how you mess that up. That's a lot more zeros. Maybe they forgot the decimal point, or maybe they were expecting a decimal point. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. But anyway, yes. We talked about that at length last night. That is still kind of breaking, I guess, on CNBC again. Crypto news, somewhat still. on the headlines at CNBC. All right, I also want to talk about this one. The Bitcoin retail interest is in the bear market. This is what I've been talking about, guys. When you look at the charts, speaking of the charts, you guys tired of winning? God, here we go.
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning. You're gonna say, please, too much winning. Can't take it anymore.
It's too much damn winning, guys. Too much damn winning. Last night, of course, predicting basically on top of the baseline. I was like, I don't think we're going to be that bullish. I don't think we're going to be that bearish, but I had to choose, of course, one or the other. So I went baseline bear, and we basically landed right on top of our baseline anyway, so it didn't matter. Here we are, guys. Again, we're still on the crossroads, going sideways. This is pretty good, I guess, to see after, of course, the foreign market could have bought more, though, right? The yin yang trade still persists. We are at the bottom of the channel. So that, I guess, that is technically bad. We're basically testing the very bottom, which is 110,000. We were ranged down between 110,000 and 115. That's where we are, guys. That's where we are. It's just what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's take a look back here. So anyway, despite the recent all-time highs in volatility, search interest for Bitcoin on Google remains at a low as crypto sentiment, return to fear. As you can see, we cover that every single night as well with the normie searches. Every single day, grading their search history on a traditional grade scale, A through F. Yeah, we do that every single night. And yeah, YouTube is down, was still the number one searched and still is the number one searched thing from last night. You guys were here last night. That was a lot of fun. I had some fun with it anyway. Yeah, interest over time on Bitcoin still waning. This is what it's pertaining to. If you look at the last 7 days, it's sitting at the lowest we've ever seen in a while. Some of the lows only sitting like at 30, 32. Usually we're sitting at a low, moving up somewhere between 34 and 36 on the lows, right? So right now on the highs, we're sitting on 57. Where we were, of course, at the beginning of the week, 100, right? 184. We're definitely waning, right? When it comes to Google search history. All right. So I just wanted, of course, give my 2 cents on this because we live through it every day. We look at this data every single night. And of course, it's showing up in the news. It's in the news now, guys. Bitcoin retail interest lags despite the 2025 all-time highs. Declining spot demand shows a shift of bearish conditions. And that's what I've been talking about too. Is if you zoom on out, right? If you zoom out and you just look at the overall trend of Bitcoin right now, in the grand scheme of things, we've just been going sideways, like for almost the entire year. After we fell from the high of November, President Trump's election win. Where am I at? Okay, what am I looking at here? Oh, I'm on the 15-minute. Okay, I gotta go even further out. Yes, I don't know why I was struggling with that. Okay, going to the daily here. Yes, if you zoom on out and of course squish it down here, it looks basically like we're going sideways. It looks just like back here, and I've said this multiple times, the 2017 bear market. It still looks like we haven't even done anything yet. Nothing. That's the 2021. This is the 2017 bear market. Yeah, looks like we're still in the bear market. Yeah, so when full moon, everyone's pushing towards the same thing we've been talking about all year, the likelihood of a fake out in the end of the year into a extended bull run or a prolonged cycle. Maybe we're not doing the 4-year cycle thing anymore. Maybe the amounts that BlackRock and Michael Saylor are buying are going to push us into a prolonged bull market into next year. So that's still on the cards. I'm not selling anything if we're sitting at these levels, especially if we cross into January next year. I'm gonna be holding everything. I don't care. You guys do with what you want. Have a plan either way. That's why I don't sell any of my Bitcoin, and that's why I continue to have at least half of my network in Bitcoin just in case we do start to see that move into next year. All right, moving on, guys. Gotta catch up in the chat again. I am behind in the chat. Behind. Yes. Always listen on my daily commute, says EZ. That's awesome. Yeah, good morning, guys. Everyone else still showing up. Happy Thursday. Yes, good morning, Cliff, Gamma, OG Bob, Joy, Spencer, Milk Money, Strawberry, Cody. Thanks again for the little call there, Danny, Super Danny House, Andy coming in with a 10 pounds sterling. Damn.
Give me money. Money now. Me money.
Let's go. Thanks again, Andy. $10 breaking. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Breaking. Yes. Long story short, has Spencer had freeze-dried egg for breakfast? He's calling out Spence. Oh, geez. I hope not, man. That just sounds nasty, man. I mean, to each their own, I guess. But he's been. You got to be getting sick of eggs at this point, right? Come on, Spence. How many eggs are you gonna freeze dry? That's insane. A little bit of a jab there for Spence. A friendly jab, of course. Thanks again, Andy, for yes, the breaking news. Oh, geez, you guys are a hoot. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin's still holding 114,000 for 113. Wow, 111,400. Jesus. I can't this morning, guys. I'm still trying to wake up. Why am I still trying to wake up? Because I was up all night, guys, working on the merch store. Here we go, guys. So if you guys haven't heard, we hit our 1,000 sub goal, right? And so we have a roadmap. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I promised you guys a whole bunch of things. One of them being, of course, the merch store. And yeah, we already launched the Discord. So if you guys haven't checked out the Discord yet, it's in the link down below in the description. Check out the Discord. We launched the Discord. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys over there. We had a fun conversation when I was working on some of my assets last night. And some of you guys popped in to say hello, Cliff and Bobbin, right? And we had a very, very heart-to-heart conversation. It was really cool about the frequencies and of course where you are in this stage of your life with of course being happy, healthy, and wealthy. Definitely enjoyed that there. But yes, I've got a lot more stuff now. I got whiskey glasses, guys. I'm excited. I got whiskey glasses now in the store. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be ordering one of those. I ordered one of these to test out the graphics being printed on. But I ordered that last week. It still didn't show up, so I don't know if they're sending it to the wrong bunker or something. But anyway, yes, we're gonna be launching this on Friday. I even got socks, Ben. Ben is in the chat. We haven't seen Ben in a while, guys. Yes, I got mouse pads. Right now I'm just working with two logos right now. Of course, the Chaos, yes, the Chaos Crew logo from the Discord server, and yes, of course, the channel show logo on YouTube. So yeah, guys, we're gonna be launching that. I'm working on some stickers. I still haven't finalized the ones I really like. I got some hats. I've got some T-shirts. I got a little bit of everything over there. Of course, rounding off with the first set of merch just pertaining to the current show logos. I've got a whole bunch of assets I'm working on, guys. It's a lot of fun. There's let's see if I can pull it up without crashing the live stream. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of character mascot stickers I want to release in sticker sheets. If I can get that to work. It's kind of weird that they're it's a little jank. They're sticker processing. But let me see if I can get this to go. Show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. Yes, I still haven't looked up how the freeze dry eggs. Says Cliff in the chat. Yeah, I don't know either, my man. Let me see. Okay, Photoshop just crashed. Almost. So yeah, you guys popped in last night, saw me working on some of these here. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Yes, I have a whole bunch of different characters. Of course, stickers for the channel. I've got Godzilla, of course. Bitcoin Chan and myself. Yeah, and we got a whole bunch of different cool little poses I'm gonna be throwing stickers on. I do like the playful ones with Godzilla. Yeah, and of course them chasing gold via digital gold, that is Bitcoin. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for some of these as well. Of course, we gotta have a burning dollar sticker for sure. Yeah, and then yeah, Elmo. I'm working on my Helmo. I'm not totally happy with that one. It doesn't fit the rest of the style. But yeah, I definitely have things coming, guys. It's coming. It's in progress. It's in progress. I was not expecting to get 1,000 subs. Yeah, happening over the weekend, right? So kind of threw me off guard. Almost done catching up this week. So again, to celebrate the 1,000 subs, we're finally here. We did it. All right, moving on. Danny says, yes, those are nice. Yes, Sticker Mule, bro, says Michael Gammon. Ooh, Sticker Mule. I'll take a look at that at the end of the stream. Thanks again, Michael Gammon, for that recommendation. All right, guys, let's get back into it. Let me try, see if I can finish up the chat real quick. I'll sell that for $1 so it works. I just finished burning the rest of Cliff's $20 donation last night. The Chaos, if you guys didn't notice. Yes, we finally finished burning. Man, I'm a little high this morning. There we go. Still a little high. I'm like missing. I'm like, yeah, there we go. On the camera. Yes, Grand Rising, Andy. Yes, Gamma Goddess. Shout out to Andy. Cooking an egg in a frying pan. What the hell? Yeah, Cliff says I still haven't looked up how to freeze dry eggs. They might. We gotta figure that out too. I don't know how you do that either, Cliff. Yeah, where's the store link? Says Joy. We haven't launched it yet. We'll be launching on Friday. I'm just, of course, giving you guys a quick little update on where we are with it. Michael Gammon says the Sticker Mule. Yes, Sticker Mule. You gotta check out that. I copied it. I gotta paste it somewhere so I remember to look at it. All right. Thanks again, guys, for all your contributions. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to help out the channel, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe all down below. Don't forget to do it. We're going to be giving away another set of wrenches once we hit 1,500, guys. So we got to hit 1,500 subscribers, and then we're going to be doing another giveaway with that amount. Yeah, the first giveaway is still loading. Cody is going to be giving away a silver Crypto Chaos wrench charm on the channel. Again, thanks again, Cody, for the hookup. I really appreciate that. And also, we're going to be giving away some merch as well. Yeah, we just got to get everything going, right? Everything's loading, guys. It's all gonna happen. It's all gonna happen.
When will then be now? Soon.
It's happening. All right. Oh yeah, I wanted to make a note of this real quick. Before I forget, that sticker mule thing. Yeah, I will forget if I don't paste it. Yeah, sticker mule. Okay, all right, going back to it, guys. What else we have here? Sam Altman says OpenAI isn't moral police of the world after erotica ChatGPT post blows up. Yeah. We talked about that at length yesterday, both the morning and the night live streams. That's pretty much taking the, I guess, the handlebars, not the handlebars, the training wheels off of AI. Now we're basically, anything is possible. Anything is possible, and we're breaking down all barriers for AI when it comes to the bigger names, right? Like ChatGPT, Grok, and the like. Is Google Bard still a thing? I guess.
What are you, stupid?
All right, catch up in the chat here before we move on further. Best quality sticker, says Michael Gammon. I'll definitely take a look, see if they're supported. They do give out coupons time to time as well. Oh, nice, Daddy. Thank you. Next goal, 10,000 subs coming soon, says Dylan K. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I don't know about how soon, though. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cody Bakula. Yes, we are streaming live right now on X. At least it says we are. Question mark? I don't know. Let me know, guys, if we are still streaming live on X. I cannot confirm or deny this. I went over there. I didn't see anything live, so I don't know where it's streaming to. I'm new to this, guys, on X. Yeah, have a safe flight. Leo's all going to, yes, yeah, you too. Yeah, definitely for sure, Leo. I must have missed that one, man. Yes, have a great trip. Don't, yeah, fly safe. Don't do anything stupid, right?
What are you, stupid?
Right. You definitely don't want to, do anything stupid before the bull run. Tesla demand is focused after Trump policies lead GM, forward to retreat from EV ambitions. Wells Fargo upgrades. T-Mobile citing potential for key growth. All right. Pretty much nothing else pertaining to our space here, it seems like, on CNBC. Let's take a look at the overall sentiment real quick. Get a gauge of where we are sitting at right now in terms of fear and greed. Look at crypto bubbles, and then market cap. Oh my gosh, I'm like all over the damn place. There we go. Crypto bubbles and market cap. Oh, a little bit of everything. Okay, a little bit of everything. Fear and greed right now in the stock market sitting at 35, only up 4 points from last night. We were almost at extreme fear again. Yeah, we're back to 35. Still in fear though. Crypto fear and greed also sitting at 28 in fear. It's not great. Getting close to extreme fear now in crypto. We got the Dixie sitting at 98.5. Still not rolling over, which is kind of weird. Everything's just kind of at a standstill. Everything's going sideways. Even the dollar, even the Dixie. Yeah, we did see the Dixie fall to 98.4 yesterday with a high of 98.7, was it? Was that yesterday? No, that was 2 days ago. I guess the high yesterday was 98.69. So we are slowly coming down to the right. Again, my favorite chart to look at in the morning, guys. It's nothing but down and to the right. All right, year to date. Okay, crypto bubbles right now. What are we looking at here? DCA opportunities in the making on the day. It's just kind of Chop City today, really. Wormhole's down 2%, 3%. Zora's down 16%. Was it Synetics that had a pullback? Some of course, these newer coins having pullbacks now, finding their bottoms. Yeah, nothing really, huge. On the week, Wormhole's down 27%. That's definitely going to be one of my top picks for today on the top 200. NYX is down 38%. If you guys are a big fan of that, maybe DCA a little more into there. Again, not financial advice. Nothing else is really too juicy, but these are some pretty big numbers on the week. We could still see more pain though. Jasmine's only down 13.5% on a single week. It's still decent pullback. Jido 25%. Starknet down 21. Again, there's still some here, guys. If you wanna, keep, piling in more dry powder. You have any dry powder left? I don't know. I don't. 10% on ZBEC. I haven't had dry powder in months. ZBEC down 10% on the week. Now, of course, it just launched on Kraken. We covered that yesterday. Seen some pretty disappointing price action from 206 right out the gate, only on Kraken on the launch. Then, of course, falling down to 205 over the tracement, and then down to 2044 or something like that, where we are now. Where are we currently now? We're ZBEC. We're sitting at 2042. 2042. All right, we're looking at the top 100 real quick here. Everything's down. Wow, 10% on the week on average. We have an average of 1% down right now. Still going sideways in the morning open. It's still open and early. Still open and early. About 10 a.m. right now in Eastern Standard Time. SWI's down 3% right now on the day. Not too bad of a pullback if you wanted to invest a little bit there. Any other big ones here? Tao's down 7%. XPO, that's Plasma? Yeah, Plasma. Down 10%. Zcash down 11%. Again, finally needed a pullback. My God. Up 500% on the year now, 347% on the month, and still up 25% on the week. Aster down 6%. I still feel like if we have another leg down, man, Zcash could come down a long way. Okay, moving on. So again, what would I be looking at investing right now? If it were my stats, not yours.
I'd buy that for $1.
Not financial advice. I'd be looking at what was it? Yesterday I called SWI and Say. They were down the most on the week with real utility that I really liked. About 20% on the week. Oh, there's a lot more that are down 30% now. Is that double zero? This double zero thing that just came out. That's still down, coming back down to find its bottom. So again, that could be, it could come down more. Down 34% now on the week. Say is still down 21%. It's probably still going to be one of my favorite picks. SWI and Say both down 20% or more. All the AI coins, guys. All the AI coins. Again, if you don't have an AI pick, they haven't done anything on the year. Still having pullbacks right now. Filecoin is still down 60% on the year. 30% on the week. I'm going to stick with my guns. I have EVAX too, man. All three of these. I think they're all going to have... Where's Polygon? Where's Polygon at? 16, 17%. Still hasn't done anything on the year. Down 58% almost on the year. I'm going to stick with my guns, though. I think SWI and Say are going to have a pretty quick move to the upside. They've fallen from the top 15, top 13. SWI has, though. So I think SWI has a chance to get back up there again. Top 10, 12. I mean, top 12, maybe 13, 14, something like that in the next couple of weeks ahead. So again, I'd be looking at, say, SWI still. What about the month? Or the 3 month? Where are we at in the month? Yeah, SWI and Say. Say's still down a little bit more. SWI was down like 35% just the other day. I'm getting ready for swings, guys. That's why I'm looking at L1s starting to move up before, of course, the L2s break out. Render's still down 30. Crow's still down 30. There's a whole bunch of coins there if you guys like. They're still down a decent amount. So if you have the money, why not? Why not invest it? All right, guys. That's, of course, my not financial advice. This is what I would do with my 2 sats.
I'd buy that for $1.
Except I wouldn't even sell my sats. It's kind of contradictory. Market cap for Bitcoin dominance sitting at 59.37%. You guys know what that means. Sailors.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid.
It is stupid. Yes, it is still stupid. Bitcoin dominance still remaining high. We need it, of course, to fall underneath 55% for letting the altcoin season really rally. And then we, of course, have a total market cap right now for crypto coming up a little bit. I saw a high of 3.8 this morning. Still fighting the high 70s right now, 3.78. We have not lost the structure, which is good. I told you guys last night we did not want to lose this bullish structure. If we lose this one more time, probably going to see some more pain, and we don't want to see the likes of 3.5 trillion again, right? At least not right now. I don't know. Or ever again. Maybe ever again. All right. Okay, don't forget, guys, to, of course, like and subscribe. We're going to get into the crypto news now. One more run through TradFi, just to make sure we didn't miss anything else. The IMF, they're over there covering that right now. CNBC Live. Where is it? Everyone's on break, yeah. Of course, I hit them on 10 a.m. flat. Of course, the moment we go over to crypto news. All right, let's take a look at Cointelegraph first. All right, we already read one of them this morning. That was, of course, retail interest in the bear market is in a bear market. I agree with this. You can see it on the charts. Trump, second term, fuels a $1 billion crypto fortune for his family. That's a report there on that. I don't know if we want to spend too much time there. Lost your Bitcoin in California? You might get it all back. Interesting, because they were talking about seizing it if you didn't touch it for like 2 years on an exchange or 3 years on exchange at the beginning of the year. Wealth managers must adapt to the greatest capital transfer in history. Yes. Yes, the wealth transfer, the great wealth transfer, the largest one we've ever going to live through, guys. Don't forget, you have to be involved right now or you're going to miss out on the biggest wealth transfer of a lifetime. Okay, where do we have here? What else we have? Lost your Bitcoin in California. Yeah, the same headlines. Dino coin season. Why are Zcash and Dash seeing biggest rebounds? Zcash, of course, is because of the privacy people are discovering they need in crypto. Okay, and of course the possible proper regulation of that not being, of course, tossed in the trash can in the United States like it has been in the past. Oh, what else we have here? 6 global policy changes that are affecting crypto this week. That's pretty much it. Here's a decent one. BlackRock takes a piece of booming stablecoin market with redesigned fund. What fund is that? Are we talking about Bildl still? Are we talking about JP Morgan's coin or whatever? But BlackRock is expanding its into the stablecoin market with a redesigned money market fund compliant with the new Genius Act to provide a secure reserve vehicle for issuers. BlackRock has redesigned one of its flagship money market funds to meet the U.S. stablecoin rules. 13.5 asset manager said the revamped fund called the BlackRock Select Treasury Based Liquidity Fund, the BSTBL. Jeez. Well, that's a mouthful. Will help manage reserves for companies behind the U.S. dollar pegged stablecoins, offering them a safe place to park customer funds, according to CNBC. We want to be, and we believe we are a preeminent. What the hell? I can't even pronounce that. Reserve manager, a premium reserve manager for stablecoin issuers. John Steele, the global head of product and platform for the BlackRock's cash management business. The BlackRock noted that offering aligns with Genius Act, a law signed by Donald Trump earlier this year. BlackRock restructures a fund for stablecoin reserves. According to filing with Securities and Exchange Commission in August, BlackRock was renamed and restructured as BlackRock Liquid Federal Trust Fund into a market fund. Tola coming in with a super coffee. $4 super coffee coming in hot with cola. Thank you, Tola. I needed that. All right. Yes, the changes approved the company's board took effect on Tuesday, and it is now Thursday. All right. I think we're pretty much over this. We pretty much covered it. We don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of BlackRock's dirty laundry. Okay, moving on. Wealth managers must adapt to the greatest capital transfer in history. $83 trillion passes into the digital native generations. We get passed down. Wealth managers must embrace tokenization or watch capital find partners who will. This is why we're starting to finally see... was it Van Eck? Was it Van Eck? Pretty sure it was Van Eck. To finally capitulate and jump into Bitcoin ETFs, at least offering that to the customers. They were definitely against it at the beginning of the year, and they were one of the biggest ones. I'm pretty sure that was Van Eck. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm confusing someone. The world is witnessing the largest wealth fund handoff in modern history. Over the next 20 years, millennials, Gen Z will inherit about $83 trillion in fund or in equities or assets or whatever. And some bullish forecasts suggest as much as $4 trillion of that could be tokenized on chain by 2030. That's insane. That's insane. The bigger story isn't that the size of the transfer is how the capital will be steering. While family offices lean on the real estate, trade, and energy, a new generation is already asking for someone else. I gotta wake up, guys. They're chasing tokenized portfolios, digital asset exposure, and a seat to financial centers built for a digital first era. Wealth managers face a clear task expanding a playbook to include tokenization or watch the next wave of capital find partners who do. All right, so basically, you gotta get on board or you're gonna be left behind, and that's how the banks, they basically figured that out finally last year, and here they are today in a big way. Okay, what else we have? Trump second term fuels a $1 billion crypto fortune for his family. Trump family crypto revenues have generated over $1 billion in profit so far, led by the World Liberty Financial and meme coins, including Trump and Melania. And all this is, of course, scummy, guys. Really scummy. Especially what happened with World Liberty Financial and that launch. And, of course, Trump and Melania. I'm not even going to say anymore. All right, I'm done. Let's move on. 170-year-old bank now holds OKX institutional clients in Europe. Meme coins rewind to July levels as markets struggle to recover. This is another reason why I think we haven't really hit it off yet, because meme coins haven't done anything yet this year. Like nothing. Like we haven't seen any parabolic moves. Doge had its ETF. The dog had its day, but didn't. But didn't have any sort of price action as well. Usually, what happens is the meme coins start to rally off. Bitcoin runs, meme coins run, meme coins pull back, altcoins run. And then, yeah, the L1s run, and of course, front run the L2s. And and then that's usually spring back into Bitcoin price moving, price discovery, and you rinse and repeat. We haven't seen any of that. The closest we got to that was the beginning of the year, and of course, just fell off after the DeepSeek tariffs and all the other stuff that were announced back in January, February, and March. Anything else here? All right, no. Let's do a run of TradFi real quick, catch up in the chat, and then do another round of crypto news headlines.
Result in the projection was 2.4 billion, so massive gap there.
Talking about HP, Hewlett Packard. Let's take a look at CNBC. Wells Fargo CEO says we're seeing loan growth that we haven't seen for an extended period of time. That's good. More borrowed money, right? More borrowed money, and more borrowed money to come with rate cuts at the end of the month. Okay, what else we have? Fox Business. Fox Business. I clicked on the wrong link. There we go. Fox Business. Loading. CNN pollster Dems chances of retaking the House drop. Of course, it's Fox Business. All right, what else we got? Chat. We're going to catch up in the chat real quick, guys. Oh, wow, I am behind. Whoa. Morning, Otak. Morning, over the top. How's it going? Good morning. Jake the Snake says, Otaku's moaning. Man, yeah, these morning lives are wild. Yeah, they're crazy, man. Thank again, Jake, for reminding me to shill harder. That's right, guys. Jake the Snake, the King of Ohio. Gotta get you back on.
Oh, hail the King of Ohio! Jake.
Yes. The King of Ohio demands that you, of course, I need to shill harder, and you need to like and subscribe. Thanks again, Jake, for reminding me. Yes, good morning, brother Otaku, and the crypto community. Good morning, AF. How's it going? Yes, sir. Shilly, says Jake. Yes, let's go. Cody, yeah, Jake, when are we going to get you for a do-over, too? Because you were scuffed the last time you were on with me as well. And I got to get Nebs back on, too, because I didn't have time to produce any assets for him the last time he was on. All right, moving back on. We're getting back to crypto news, guys. We caught it back up in the chat again. All right, let's go. Daily Hodl, one of my favorite sites. The U.S. and the U.K. launched joint operation targeting $16 billion cyber criminal network. We've been talking about that one. That was the was it the Shen? I forget her name. That one thing that happened over there. So the UK could be coming into some of this crypto seizure. Seized assets. Coinbase executive issues over alert over unclaimed $39 million pile of crypto assets. BNB. Coinbase director Connor Grogan is calling attention to $1 million pile of Binance native tokens. Crypto firm accidentally creates 300. We talked about that last night. Rate length, we already mentioned this morning. Again, they fudged the number for was it the Paxos? The bank. They fudged the they had fat fingered. They fat fingered. I'm an idiot.
What are you, stupid?
They fat fingered a an extra zero on issuing dollar peg stablecoins for PayPal's PYUSD and accidentally minted $300 trillion worth of stablecoins instead of 300 million that they wanted. The paper on this they definitely do not have, and of course making the entire market excited on getting them excited on the issues that are going to come forth on that. Okay, moving forward. Anything else? I think that's pretty much caught up now. Yeah, we're caught up. Today is the 16th, so we're all caught up on Daily Hodl. Let's see. How about Bitcoin.com.news? They usually have something good in the morning. News.bitcoin.com. Bitcoin falls to 111K as Trump administration implements price floors to counter China. We can take a look at that. See if there's any updates here. This one just came out. China and the U.S. are now embroiled in an all-out trade war. It appears to be that Bitcoin has taken the brunt of the impact, more so than stocks. U.S. Treasury Scott Bessent announced an implementation of price floors for the American rare earth companies on Wednesday as a part of the strategy to combat China's protectionist policies. Stocks are mostly up, but Bitcoin fell on the news, down 1.74% of the time of writing. I think they just need to maybe go big on Tesla and SpaceX, and they just start sending Tesla into space, or Elon into space, to start mining some of these rare earths in space. It's the only way to pretty much combat China if they're going to basically hoard everything they have. The East Asian manufacturing giant quietly expanded export controls on rare earths last week, prompting threats of the massive increase of tariffs from the U.S. President Donald Trump. The president's public chastening of China triggered the largest liquidation in crypto history. Of course, last Friday we all lived through it. We know what we're talking about. All right, yeah. Then on Tuesday, China sanctioned the U.S. subsidiaries on South Korea's Hawa Ocean shipbuilder, and this is where, of course, Trump did another tweet that excited the markets in the wrong direction. Okay, so when we get an announcement like this week in China and rare earths, you realize that we have to be self-sufficient, or we have to be sufficient with our allies. Bessent told CNBC in an interview, so we're going to set the price floors. I look forward to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and we're going to do it across a range of industries, says Bessent. All right, so that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of that article there. It goes into the further details, but yeah, I don't have the stamina for it. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki says crash hits this year, loads up on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and fast. It's kind of weird. We talked about this the other day. I don't want to spend too much time on this. He did mention Ethereum for the first time. It's almost like he's pertaining to Ethereum being now digital silver. It's kind of weird. He's never ever mentioned Ethereum before. I think he's hanging out too much with Tom Lee. All right, anyway, so his quote here just says, a reminder, I predicted the biggest crash in history was coming in my book, Rich Dad Poor Dad's Prophecy. That crash will be happening this year, says Robert Kiyosaki. This means that I am buying more gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, oil, cattle, and real estate. All right, that's all I'm going to say there. All right, moving on. We might get back into some TradFi news. Let's see what else we might be missing over on CNBC, Bloomberg. China unveils export controls on rare earth supply on Bloomberg.
We only have another 3-4 weeks until the ceasefire on higher tariffs between the U.S. and China expires. So they've got a lot of work to do to get things back on track and not a long
the final
amount of
deadline.
time
It's
to
been a
get
long time
there.
we heard about
And
that.
Brendan, it seems like just from some of the rhetoric from some of the U.S. officials, including President Trump, that looking to line up some support amongst our quote-unquote allies. How tough is that going to be after the most recent 9 months where the president's rhetoric was not necessarily supportive of our so-called allies, and tariffs not really supportive of our allies? How tough is that going to be?
Yeah, I mean, it's most of the world didn't retaliate against Trump's tariffs, and so you could say to some extent that was a successful deployment of tariffs from the Trump administration. But there's a lot of bad blood still. These tariffs are hurting European industries, and they're hurting Indian companies, and they're going to leave kind of some economic dislocations in places that are going to hurt these politicians that had to basically swallow these tariffs and not retaliate. So what the U.S. is going to try to do is try to unite the countries that it's pretty much tried to disconnect some of their and protect their own industries. And it's going to be a real test of whether can you have it both ways. Can you punish countries with tariffs?
All right. Yeah, basically we're still putting on the strain. We get it. Okay, moving on to CNBC real quick. Let's take a look here, see if they're rattling on about anything relevant to our space right now too. Here we go. They're on break. Foxman is probably likely on break as well. All right. DoorDash, Waymo launch autonomous delivery service. They're coming, guys. I tell you, I warn you every day. They're coming. The robots are coming. All right, let's get back in the chat real quick, catch up with you guys, and then trying to find some more breaking news. Jacob 6 says yes, shilly. Thanks again, my man, for reminding me to shill harder, guys. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do not forget. The King of Ohio demands it. Oh, hail the King of Ohio.
Oh, hail the King of Ohio.
Oh, jeez. I was skimming through your old lives with Gamma. Had 735 views. Yes, Gamma. Oh my gosh. It was a blessing to have Gamma on last week, guys. Definitely want to have her on again soon, as well as a lot of you guys too, guys. I loved hearing from, of course, the community. I'll be there soon. I love you, buddy. It's all good. Oh, geez, Nebs. Yes, nice. I definitely, can't wait to have you on again, Nebs. Jake Snake says, I think the question is, can you have Gamma back on? Yes. All you guys, Jake, Nebs, and Gamma. Anyone else who wants to dive on, I would love to get an origin story out of you, of course. Also, some back and forth on the markets, how you're feeling, how you're holding up, what's your game plan? I'd love to hear from you guys on that, all that stuff. Nebs and I only have 300 and 400 respectively on those channels, on those. Let me know, Jake. What episode is Nebs on? Because I lost it. I lost it in the sauce. I got to go back there and, of course, add some stuff to that. It's clear who Mom's favorite is, says Jake the Snake. Yes. It's clear. Oh, geez, Jake. Okay, Trump orders strike on alleged drug cartel boat. Another one? Oh, wow, that just popped up here on the background while I'm catching up with the chat. I don't get no views. You see my views on YouTube, guys. Don't forget to hit Nebula Nerd and send some love his way, subscribe, like, and all the things. I even gave him the goods, and still not a. You gave him the goods. If you guys know what that means in the chat. Oh, geez, Nebs. I didn't put my ass out there. Stupid. But anyway, dude, it's fine. You're new. You haven't even really started loading up your channel yet. Let's go over here and take a look at Nebs real quick. Go to Nebs' channel real quick for him. There we go, guys. Yeah. You haven't put any content out. You're still new, my man. You're good. You got 8 subs already. Damn. That's pretty good. For only having 1 short. You're good. Don't lose your shorts, though, man. Don't lose your shorts. Jacob Snake says yes. What is this? I just kind of knocked me back down again. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Jacob Snake says Gigi had her super mask. Trump approves CIA action inside Venezuela. Oh boy, what is going on here? Oh. Okay.
Strike in recent weeks that have killed now more than 20 suspected narco-terrorists in international waters. Here's Secretary of State Rubio.
We've known who these boats are for a very long time. In the past, there's been efforts to interdict them. Now the effort is to stop them.
All right, just wanted to make sure we didn't lose anything. I saw Trump speaking for a second there. All right, going back here. It won't, leave my head, says Nebs. Says Cliff. Yeah. What Nebs has done to the community is unmistakably unforgettable. I gotta say that. Nebs, it won't leave my head. It won't leave my head. Get it out of my head. Jeez. Trump admin offers a $50 million reward for Maduro arrest. Everyone's calling for Maduro. Jacob Snake, Gigi had her super mask. Yes, Gigi had her super mask on. Neb says, okay, what's up, Leo and Crypto Chaos family? What's going on? Leo just got on a plane, didn't he? Braveheart McFreedom, yes, a shout out to Brave McFreedom, Gam Goddess. Guys, we got the CEO of McFreedom's in that chat as well. Good morning. Neb says, good morning, Braveheart McFreedom. And I'm glad I could make a solid impression for you guys. A solid impression. Jeez, dead ass. It's too easy. All right. Spencer Frey says, I just got $100 bill on fire buying more XCN this morning. Oh, nice. I just set a 20 on fire last night for Cliff. Thanks again, Cliff, for the $20 donations last night. Thanks again. Nice, Spence. That's why it's down again, says Jake the Snake. I'll take a dive on the live, says Easy. Spencer, yes. I just bought it now, and yep, all the peaches. Can't wait to jump on, says Cody. Yes, we got to get Cody on too, man. Oh, dude, I would love for you to give us maybe an insight on some, some jewelry making too. I have so many questions about gemstones and stuff, like ruby, man. Why is raw ruby so rough and coarse? How the hell do you polish that down to be translucent? I don't understand it. Anyway, Trump Ukraine, wants to go on the offensive. I guess he's being. This is old. I don't know what's going on anymore, guys. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, but also not miss anything here.
We should know that, but they would like to go offensive. You know that,
anything
and we'll have to make a determination.
KT, will the administration give Ukraine Tomahawk missiles? Because that would be really going on.
That's the plan. That's the plan. All right, that's all. They're trying to sell the missiles. Okay. There's one short. Play it, says Cliff. I am not playing that on my channel. I played it once. I'm not playing it again, guys. The CIA approves CIA action in Venezuela and in the U.S. Everywhere else for that matter, says Jake. Yes, Nebs, I just subscribed. There you go. There you go. Joy just subscribed. Yes, I'm done as well, says Gamma. Nice. Of course, I subscribed a while back. So you're good, Nebs. You're good. You're climbing. You're slowly climbing. You'll get, of course, the support from the Crypto Chaos community for sure. Clip says, oh no, did Gigi just drop it? She is retiring the purple mask? No. I think she just sent Nebs a subscribe. All right, let's get back to it, guys. What else can we dig up? Fox Business is not giving it to us. Let's do one more run through TradFi and find some more crypto news. Looks like everyone's on break anyway, or talking about stuff we do not care about. Bank of New York Mellon, BNY Mellon. Yeah, okay, good. Bank's earnings calls all this week. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at overall market cap, world assets. Bitcoin still holding number 8. Meta's still underperforming, so we're going to be there for a little while. Bitcoin did fall back down to 110. Yes, it did. 110,000 flat. They were touching the golden pocket again, guys. We did wick a little here, too. Look how fast we wicked there. Damn. Yikes. Hopefully we don't stay too far around this area, or we're going to lose everything, guys. We don't want to lose everything and have to start over another 2 weeks of consolidation. That would suck. All right, so yeah, that's where we are right now. Look at the shorter time frame, see if we're going to see a pullback here anytime soon. It's early still. We're double, triple, quadrupling bottom here on the 1 minute. The 1 minute.
What are you, stupid?
Like that means anything. All right. So yeah, maybe start to chop up here a little bit. Let's take a look and see how the overall heat map's looking on live on YouTube. Brought to you for free by Kimber the White Snow Lion, bringing you the live book map so you don't have to pay for it. Again, get it for free, guys. Send of course Kimba a like and subscribe. I'm not affiliated. I just like the anime reference on my channel.
What are you, stupid?
All right. So yeah, we're dipping down in here. We actually did start dipping our toes into the golden pocket. You can see that right here on the order books, right there. Boom. We did knock a little bit off really quick. We did wick really quick too, but it wasn't an explosive wick to the upside. We need to, of course, get back above $115,000 Bitcoin. That is going to be our highest point of resistance right now. We have to get base, and then of course go back to the previous all-time high, which you have 2 key levels there, 25 and 26, the last 2 previous all-time highs. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. And yeah, Helmo is he's feeling it. He's hungry. Yum. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, nothing really has changed there. We just gotta wait for this to play out. Looks like they're getting a little bit of a bounce right now. Some big buyers, almost 1 million here or there. I don't see any huge buys. 900, 500,000, 800,000. Mostly little 1 or 2 Bitcoins here or there. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. All right, moving on. Okay, watching paint dry again, guys. All right, crypto. Let's do some. Yes, let's do some real news. Doom scrolling. Okay, what the hell is this? Elon Musk sharing a time-traveling dietitian. Oh boy. The eggs are not, they're full of cholesterol. What?
Dramatically increase your chance of heart attack. Don't eat eggs.
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome. Godspeed.
Oh God. Okay, just in $686 billion banking giant U.S. Bancorp has just formed a new unit focused on Bitcoin. Largest banks in America adopting Bitcoin fast. Bitcoin is going to zero. I'll give you all a good offer to buy them. Buy them off you at $10,000 each. Illuminati bot, of course, trolling. U.S. Treasury buys $4 billion of its own debt. Here we go. Once again, more and more quantitative easing. Stealth quantitative easing, that is. That is like every 2 weeks now we're buying about $4 to $5 billion of our own debt. China's also selling off about $2 to $4 billion every single month. So we're slowly, of course, inflating our dollar further, and of course everyone's getting off the dollar as well. Right. Can I go back? Yes. Joe Rogan, guys. Go Rogan. We were talking about this last night. It's actually happening. It's insane. We were talking about this last night. So last night, Michael Saylor's was spotted in Austin, Texas. Everyone, the entire crypto Twitter was talking about how he could possibly be going on Joe Rogan, because that's of course where his studio it is. We talked about this last night, and I'm like, I just talked about it yesterday morning, and I was like, we still haven't got Joe Rogan. Michael Saylor and Joe Rogan, and out of nowhere we manifested it into existence. It's insane. So here we are. Michael Saylor reportedly has filmed an episode of Joe Rogan and experienced yesterday in Austin, Texas, and it is done. It is done, sir. I wonder when that gets released. I'm not really a big fan of Joe Rogan, but he does, of course, have the normie audience. So we're gonna get more normies paying attention to Bitcoin soon, guys. It's coming.
When will then be now? Soon.
As soon as that goes live, I'm gonna have to watch it live with you guys. It's probably not gonna premiere live, but I can find it. Yeah, as soon as I have access to it, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. You guys can of course get my reaction to it. I cannot wait to see Michael Saylor just blow Joe Rogan's mind. I'm sure Joe Rogan's not, he's probably paid attention to it. He's definitely had guests that bring up Bitcoin in the past, but the sound bites from those guests are very few and far between. All right, what else we got? So that's huge, guys. That's huge. Today, SEC Chair Paul Atkins says digital assets and tokenization are job one for SEC, focusing on building a strong framework to attract innovators back to the U.S. Gold is up over $30 again this morning. Peter Schiff, of course, touting the power of gold. Wait for the pullback of gold, Peter. Wait for the pullback. Gold FOMO is back in Australia. Yes, lines forming, prices all-time highs. Every cycle ends the same way. Retail prices into yesterday's winter. Yes. White House says it's ending all the unnecessary regulations for Bitcoin and crypto. Really? That's very... it's very, I guess, blatant. I don't know. Overspread. This. What in terms of what unnecessary regulations? Give me a bill or something. Okay, sell me this pen. Jim Cramer is bearish on it. There you go. That's one way to sell anything, right? Today we did play a little bit of this morning. Today, the IMF director urges countries to embrace Bitcoin and crypto. Wow. Well, she actually said that this morning. So she said this morning that everyone was, of course, participating in the de-dollarization or the de-dollar or the what do you call it? The de-dollarized trade,
you
whatever.
Tell them to embrace it.
Here we go.
I'm telling countries, accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed. So yeah, you can try to lock your country away from this. Good luck with it. So yes, I'm telling my members, understand it and then decide for yourself how you're going to operate in this world. But do not close your eyes to reality.
But generally, you tell them to embrace it?
All right, very loosely connected to crypto. I mean, digital assets, obviously. Digital dollars, the same thing as fiat. So, yeah, if you look between the lines, yeah, crypto. But of course, you have to know what you're looking at. You can't be a normie and think, oh, yeah, the dollar's going away, so I'm going to get the digital ones. Yeah, that's better.
What are you, stupid?
Right. So you have to read between the lines. Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. The wait is over. Introducing Bitcoin Quantile Model version 2. Okay. You're going to want to bookmark this post. The regulatory model updates after months of research and development. I'm very proud of this model. Okay, the Quantile model. Let's see what's going on here with this. Looks like the Power Law model. It looks like the Power Law. The Quantile model. And 3 years from now, $500,000 Bitcoin. It's 2028. I can kind of see that. This is on the low end of the spectrum, I guess. On the higher end of the spectrum, on the middle, I should say. 665,000 in 5 years. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Power Law looks just like that. Let me see. For Bitcoin, everything has a Power Law. Everything, scientifically in nature. Jeez. The Power Law model. There we go. And I still subscribe to Sailor's theory on this.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When Godzilla walks onto the playground, you know, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
Yes, and you can see it clearly on the Power Law model too. It looks like we are just in an extended bear market. We haven't done anything. No parabolic move, no banana zone. We're still stuck below the middle, basically down the middle this entire year on the Power Law. So Power Law still predicts that this year we could see a high of 500,000, more conservatively somewhere between 110 and 100, and it'll be the middle of that range, 225, something like that. So 250, yeah, something like that on the Power Law model. And we haven't touched the top since the first top in 2021. And yeah, the previous cycles pretty much all hit the top. We had a double top in 2021, of course. You guys lived through that. You know what I'm talking about. And we actually had a short-lived cycle because you know what happened with FTX China and all the likes of Celsius, Reroll Capital. Oh, I want to get into all the details from last cycle. Okay, moving on. What else we have here? Oh, dang it. I closed my doom scrolling. No, I want to do some more doom scrolling. The real news platform, of course, on X. More doom scrolling coming to you. Unfiltered. Anything's possible. We might get banned. Oh, God. GPay McDo in Bitcoin. El Salvador has the only McDonald's on Earth where you can pay for your meal in Bitcoin. They've had that now for, I think, 3 years. You've been able to buy Bitcoin, McDonald's with Bitcoin in El Salvador. Man, their McDonald's looks better than ours.
It's also on Earth. I tried out the only McDonald's on Earth where you can pay with Bitcoin. Let me tell you about it. So I've been in El Salvador for
my God,
3 days now.
The best fancy McDonald's. We don't have McDonald's. We don't even have Ronald McDonald anymore in the States. He's not even allowed to sit outside anymore in some of the locations. Maybe some of the old ones still have it. And this is a really nice touch screen. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Starlink starting to go live in on United. Okay, going to be, of course, you'll be able to use Starlink in your flight to watch movies and stream services, yada, yada, yada. Michael Saylor says the top 3 platformers on the chart represented digital assets credit market, MasterStrategy, of course, digital intelligence, NVIDIA, and digital capital Bitcoin. Yes, so yeah, we have in MicroStrategy, NVIDIA, and Bitcoin outperforming the rest of the entire market, as you see there. China children are unable to enter or leave school without verifying their mandatory digital ID via factor of recognition cameras. Digital ID is linked to China's digital currency, enabling school children to pay for meals with facial scans. Again, the future is now. The dystopian future is here. Yeah, these lines are waiting for gold. Yep, gold bullion in Australia. Everyone's trying to get off zero. Justin Michael Saylor's strategy is now qualified to join the SP 500. Yeah, for over 70 days now. Yeah, it's been there. Yeah. It's a matter of time, not if, but when everyone will have exposure via their 401ks through the SP 500 by proxy to Bitcoin. Just in $400 billion U.S. Bancorp just announced a new unit focused on Bitcoin and crypto. We already covered that. Strategy will have enough collateral to cover liabilities, even if Bitcoin drops to $20,000 tomorrow. He's been talking about that for a long time. And numbers shifted quite a bit too, somewhere between 20, 30, 60, something like that. Yeah, somewhere in the lows. He's been saying forever he's going to be buying the top and, of course, buying the bottom forever. Yeah, Justin Steak and Shake launches Steak and Shake Bitcoin Steak Burgers to celebrate the 5 months of accepting Bitcoin payments. They're going to be stamping, yeah, the Bitcoin logo on top of their meals again soon. Bitcoin Gold Power Law just hit its lower boundary. There, we talking about the power law again. A level that has never been broken. Never been broken. This could be the bottom, guys. Last time this happened was the end of the bear market in early 2023. It's kind of funny because I keep saying that we're in. Looks like if you look at the charts, if you look at all the charts, it looks like we're in just an extended bear market. We could be actually starting maybe that move back up soon. Maybe in 2026. Like, I should have freaking traveled this year, man. I put off this entire year of traveling just to do it next year. Yeah, because I didn't want to be trading anywhere else, but of course in the studio. Here we are. We're just, yeah, we're still waiting. Dear Mr. President, just one more bull run. I promise to take profit. I promise. We haven't seen anything yet. All right. Yeah, you have to give all your money to one person to invest into. Who are you going to choose? I'm obviously going to choose Michael Saylor over Peter Schiff. He's going to get pretty shifty when, yeah, Bitcoin's 2, 3, 4x the volatility of gold at the end of the year. World's first Bitcoin payments, the Square machine. Yeah, Jack Dorsey's been, of course, focusing on getting Bitcoin payments on Square, and it's happened. It happened finally. You also got this the love and support from Cynthia Lummis, and of course, the lawmakers are making it possible to have. Hopefully in the very, very, very near future in America, Bitcoin payments and transactions in small amounts that do not require any tax, you know, reporting on taxes. Okay, as I predicted, Max Kaiser says a buyout, a roll-up in the entire U.S. bond market, approximately $60 trillion using stablecoins is coming. The ultimate YCC yield curve control. In essence, the U.S. is attempting to take the entire U.S. or world economy private. The global GDP is $110 trillion. Damn. Yeah. Crypto scams, okay, are piling up. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much all the doom scrolling we got. Let me do one more round of TradFi news and check in the chat and then head out for the day. Looks like, yeah, Bloomberg's on break. CNBC's on break. Fox Business likely on break. Everyone on break. Let's take a look at some headlines, make sure nothing else is new is breaking. Same headlines we saw this morning. Anything we might have missed though? Stocks rise. Retail traders incredible support of stocks. Gold has never performed stocks to this extent while there isn't a crisis or a bear market. How could you say that this isn't a crisis or a bear market? Oh, it's definitely not a bear market for stocks, traditional stocks. It's definitely a crisis, though. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about like something extremes like COVID or GFC. Okay. Yeah. Uber will offer gig work like AI data labeling to drivers while not on the road. Nestle jumps 8% after consumer goods announces plans to slash 16,000 jobs. Wow, that's crazy, guys. They're coming, guys. They're coming for your job. Every time I see these articles. And that amount too is crazy. 16,000 jobs for Nestle. I think it was it just announced yesterday? Amazon just announced they're going to lay off another 15% of their workforce. I think that was yesterday. We also had Walmart come out last week and say that too. PayPal's crypto partner mints a whopping 300 trillion. Yeah, we already talked about that. Great length. Tariffs are pushing prices higher and consumers are feeling the hit. Yes, more doom. Let's go. Are you guys winning?
We're going to win so much.
We're going to pay so much. More like that. President Donald Trump's tariffs are pushing inflation generally higher, and the companies have caught between absorbing the costs or passing them on to consumers, according to the Fed report. You can't feel the heat anymore, guys. It's too expensive out there, man. You get like 6 things at the grocery store and you're paying like $20-30. It's crazy. Or more. The central bank's periodic page book reports categorize overall economic growth as having changed little since the last report on September 3rd. The release comes at a death of the relevant economic data due to the government shutdown entering this 3rd week. Yes, we have entered the 3rd week now, guys. We're now officially on day 16. Day 16. President Donald Trump's tariffs are pushing back inflation generally higher as the companies are caught between absorbing the costs or passing them on to the consumer. A central bank's periodic Beige Book report, published 8 times a year, generally at about 6-week intervals, categorized overall economic growth as having changed little since the last report on September 3rd. Labor markets were largely stable as demand is muted for most of the Fed's 12 districts. When it came to prices, though, Trump's duties implemented on April has staggered down the ensuing months showed an impact. Prices rose further during the reporting period. The report stated that the tariffs-induced input cost increases were reported across many districts, but the extent of those higher costs passing through the final prices are varied. In some cases, firms held prices unchanged to stay competitive and appease inflation-sensitive clients. However, some businesses say they were fully passing their higher import costs along to their customers. Yeah, of course they are. The trade war has escalated in recent days, and China has ordered restrictions over coveted rare earth minerals, while Donald Trump has retaliated with a threat of 100% on Chinese imports. That's of course coming on Tuesday. However, Bureau of Labor Statistics workers have been called back to release the pivotal Consumer Price Index report, used as both the inflation gauge and index cost of living adjustments for Social Security recipients. Wow, so they did call their the BLS back to work. Okay, CPI reading, which normally would have been released Wednesday, will come out on October 24th. Nice. So at least getting that data out there for those who believe it or care to read it or trust the U.S. government in some capacity.
Stupid?
Yeah. The Fed will get it before its policy meeting October 28th to 29th. The Beige Book has said consumer spending nudged lower in recent weeks, though I noted a strong spending on luxury items and travel and by upper income earners, lower the medium earners. Meanwhile, the pursued discounts and promotions. Most of the general retail, looking for discounts. Future expectations improved at some districts, although Philadelphia reported caution over a prolonged government shutdown. Yes, and still, guys, we saw this chart. What was it, like a few weeks ago? That basically showed that the top 10% accounts for half of all consumer spending right now. So only the top 10% are fueling the economy in the grand scheme of things. All right, moving on. What else can we dig up? It's pretty much all the TradFi news stuff. One more run through just to make sure.
7. Remember, value below 50 means more builders see conditions as poor than good. And we check the markets for you all day long, right here on Bloomberg.
All right. So markets are looking poorer than good for retail. What else here? First on CNBC, states form Public Health Alliance. Really, don't want to really let's pay attention to that. Fox Business here says Trump floats San Francisco for crime crackdown. Are they going to send the military in there again or not? What else we got? What about Chicago? We're going to send military to Chicago. Clean that up again. BlackRock CEO takes back anti-Bitcoin comments, says markets force investors to relook at your assumptions. Did he say something crazy? Larry Fink. In a new interview with 60 Minutes, Larry Fink shares a more optimistic stance on crypto and explains why he takes back his earlier criticism. Okay, on Bitcoin. That's his old criticism, which I've showed you guys a few times before. I've got all the clips from the past. I've been watching this market now for 4 or 5 years. When it comes to the big suits in the room. Let's see if I got Larry Fink on this and his statements from back then. This was him pitching it to his clients or asking if the
capability. No, I mean we're looking at it performing. And it may be, it may be.
Don't your clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes.
But at some point they might. Do you need to be prepared?
I don't, at the moment, no.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Goldman Sachs is building out a cryptocurrency trading desk. Morgan Stanley is doing the same thing.
I'm not in the trading area.
Morgan's doing the same thing.
Yes, because there's elements of people who are looking to trade it. I have not heard from any one client they're looking to to buy a cryptocurrency at this time. When it becomes more legitimatized, when it has the true open nature of it, that you identify who the players are on both sides, that's when we'll probably look at it as an alternative to all currencies. But I have
now you are where then? You are.
What do you mean?
Just studying it?
We're studying it. We're looking how they perform. We're looking at that type of data to understand it as we think about other products. But right now, I can tell you, worldwide, I have not heard from one client who said, I need to be in this.
Yeah, so that was his statements back in 2019. 2020, before, of course, the great flippening of Larry Fink, which happened in 2024 with the ETF's launch of Bitcoin. And he came out in 2023. That was the big moment. I think it was the what was it, the deal book, New York deal book. I have that clip as well. So yeah, we've definitely seen a total flip on Larry Fink. And this is what this article is pertaining to. With a new interview with 60 Minutes, he goes into that detail on that. We were talking about Bitcoin back then. It was a domain of money launderers and thieves. But the markets teach you, you have to always relook on your assumptions. While Larry Fink thinks that the cryptocurrencies are such as meme coins can be abused, he says now he's a believer in digital assets and investing. There is a role for crypto in the same way there's a role for gold and an alternative for those looking for diversifying. This is not a bad asset class, but I don't believe that you should be a large component of your portfolio, which is kind of weird too, because I remember at the beginning of beginning of 2024 and the end of 2023, he was pushing certain portfolio asset managers to push like an 85 allocation to Bitcoin and crypto assets. So I don't know, it really depends on, I guess, the individual, or the high net worth individual, or the intermediate individual. I don't know. But maybe if you're a high net worth individual, you don't need to have 80% exposure to this asset class, or even 20%. Fink also suggests opening a retirement 401ks up to private investments. He says startup companies with artificial intelligence data centers offer great opportunities for investing. What the markets will teach you over the last 100 years is that even at the worst moments, if you have the ability to preserve and you have a long-term horizon, you're going to do fine. And a diversified portfolio is essential, of course, in crypto. All right, so that's the latest on BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all the stuff we can dig up today. Let me get back in the chat, catch up with you guys, and head out. And I gotta do my run. Oh, what do we got here? Just in, chance of 3 rate cuts before 2026 surges to 77% per traders on Kalshi, says Andy. Of course, our resident whale in the chat. Thanks again, Andy, for that one. Yes, it's more than likely we're going to get 3 cuts this year, especially if we have Stephen Moran. Pushing for more cuts and larger cuts, and if we have another Fed governor dissent, he could possibly push some of them on his side. Wow, I gotta really scroll up here. Holy crap! Oh geez, freeze drying strawberries today. No eggs today. Yes. All right, I'm probably gonna start right here. We got Beebs in the chat again. How's it going, Beebs? The legendary Beebs. How's it going? Hello, Crypto Otaku and future crypto millionaires. Jasmine scam. Yes, Jasmine, not a scam, but of course that's what Max likes to say over there. Maximus Crypto. I wonder how he's doing, man. I haven't had a chance to catch his stream in a while. Yes, I love freeze dried strawberries. Yes, a nice Spencer, says Gamma. Dylan K says bullish. The Rogan. Yes, the Rogan sent us to the Normie Force 5. Jesus. Yeah, Normie Force is going to jump into the Bitcoin in a huge way when they hear Michael Saylor for the first time. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
Get off zero. All right. Yeah, he has good intentions. Yes, Dylan K. Sup, fuckers, says Alec. Yes, Rogan has enough fiat to not have to worry about investing. I just worry about some of the stuff that people listen to him and his show. Like I remember the whole carnivore diet thing, and people were jumping into that, and that was like, oh god, the whole thing. People and his overuse of what do you call it, stimulants and everything else. He's an MMA fighter, yada yada yada. All right, so yeah, someone break it down. Simply in an environment that he is forced to listen, he'll probably help convert him. Yes, I'm pretty sure Rogan's probably privy to Bitcoin by now, but he just won't say anything publicly. That's been the problem. Hopefully he'll continue to bring it up a later podcast to really seal the deal, says Jake. He's had positive statements on Bitcoin before. Again, very far and few between. Joe Rogan's mentioned, that he's had someone on to talk about Bitcoin with when it comes to the debasement of the dollar and hedge against inflation and gold. Those topics have been definitely talked about with Rogan. I could probably pull some up real quick and show you. Since nothing's really happening in the market right now. Bitcoin's sitting at 111 flat. Just by the way, just a quick little catch up on that there. But yeah, some little sound bites from Joe Rogan on Bitcoin. See if we can pull them up. It's been a minute. Michael Saylor is going to be, of course, leading the way here. Here's something here. Joe Rogan on Israel spy tactics, black belt. No, it's nothing there. Joe Rogan, Post Malone on why we need Bitcoin. There's a
I would do.
There.
What would you do if you were an evil dictator?
I would just say, I would just shut everybody's shit down and say it was an attack from another country. If New York or LA collapses, the rest of the world follows suit. So we talk about a lot. Only like fucking 3% of your money is actually real. The rest is fucking a digital number, and we saw it with the banks collapsing. All these
23,
and then they get bought up by
smaller
bigger banks.
But the payout is $250,000. You're insured. Your money is insured for. You could have $1 billion in this bank. You're paid out $250,000.
Trust me, bro.
Where does that money go?
Where the fuck did it go? All you need to say is if someone goes in or someone tries to order Postmates on their phone, just say, your card's actually not working. Your card's been declined. Everyone's cards get declined at the same fucking time. People are gonna fucking cannibalize themselves within a week.
Yeah.
And just say it's not, we don't know who's doing it, but this was an outside attack.
Yeah.
All it takes is, because everything is so digital now, it takes just like you mentioned in Canada, where they're like, okay, people who donated to these guys are getting their bank accounts shut off. Imagine that happened to an entire major city.
Yeah. Well, have you ever looked into how vulnerable?
Be anarchy everywhere.
Yeah, and of course, didn't mention Bitcoin though. There's a lot of things right here. This is a newer one, I guess. I've never even seen that clip before. I was expecting a Bitcoin comment, but we didn't get one, of course, as per usual. There are some where he actually does get go into, of course, Bitcoin talks very briefly, though.
So it has what's Bitcoin at? 16,000. It has another 17,000 to go down.
Yeah, that was, of course, one of the most famous ones, which is ridiculous. Peter Zahan told Joe Rogan that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value at $16,000. That was a very, very long time ago. Okay, Jack Dorsey explains why Rogan, not adopting Bitcoin will make you irrelevant.
In terms of like decentralization of banks and currency, and to have it where everything is going right at, you're direct depositing a paycheck right in the app if you so choose. And then you could also buy Bitcoin, which is another disruptive technology. I mean, this is another step towards this sort of new way of doing things.
Yeah.
And is there pushback from any companies, or is there?
Oh yeah. I mean, like you just look at like some of the major banks and their consideration around Bitcoin. They all love blockchain. Because of the efficiencies it can create for their business and potentially new business lines. But, I think there is a...
Explain blockchain for people who don't know what we're talking about.
Blockchain is just how content or how around money like traveled.
So you don't have to go to an institution to get the records?
There's no centralized check. There's no centralized control over it. And I think that is threatening. It's certainly threatening to certain services behind banks and financial institutions. It's threatening to some governments as well. So I just look at this and like, how do we embrace this technology, not react to it in more from a threat standpoint, but like, what does it enable us to do, and where does our value shift? And that's what we should be talking about right now, is like how our value shifts. And there's always really strong answers to that question. But if you're not willing to ask the question in the first place, you will become irrelevant, because technology will just continue to march on and make you irrelevant. And it's the people that like are growing up with this technology, or born with the technology, only knowing that technology, or are asking the tough questions of themselves that they're going to be super disruptive to their business, and they're thinking about it right now, and they're taking actions. And we're doing that at Square, and we're doing that at Twitter, and like that to me represents longevity. That represents our ability to thrive, and we got to push ourselves. We got to make ourselves uncomfortable, and we got to disrupt what.
And that was Jack Dorsey before, of course, he sold the keys of Twitter to Elon. All right. And Antonopoulos, of course, talked about Bitcoin on his show before. So again, I'm just kind of going through the history here a little bit here on Joe Rogan and on his Bitcoin guests. Very, very few and far between. All right. You had Adam Curry on there talking about shitcoins are a scam. Bitcoin is the only one that matters.
So the only coin I believe in is Bitcoin. And we've talked about this before.
Right.
In fact, I looked it up, hoping you would bring it up. 2 years ago, when I was here the last time, Bitcoin was around $40,000. Today, it's close to $100,000. This will continue to go up until we're long gone.
All right. Moving on. Okay, back in the chat. Catch up with you guys. Oh my God, I'm so far behind now, guys. Yes, Rogan sent us to the Normie Force 5. Yes, Rogan has enough fiat. He doesn't need to worry about investing. Yeah, he doesn't. Hopefully, he'll continue to bring it up in a later podcast to really seal the deal. Yeah, but he has enough fiat. But fiat is not gonna save him, right? All that fiat can, of course, continue to lose value over time. He needs an investment vehicle. I'm sure he has exposure to Bitcoin and crypto assets. I watched him on his podcast when it was aliens, rainforest, and bears. Less so now. Yeah, same here, Jake. I used to watch him. I remember back in the 2010s. I used to be an avid watcher every once in a while, but mostly for those hot topics as well. Aliens and more of the conspiratorial nature. Why is Dr. Ruth on again? Spence, what the hell? Just in, we did mention that earlier. Thanks again, Andy, for bringing that up. Cliff says, when the lotteries pay in crypto. They'll pay out in stablecoins, Cliff, and it's coming probably really, really soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Yes. Hell yeah, Andy, of course, bring in the alpha. Yeah, bullish 3 cuts before 2026. Yes, that has been the game plan for the year. That has been the game plan. I would, have loved to have Starlink on ANA. Internet was dial-up quality. Oh, God. Speaking of which, I just got a flag. I don't know if Twitter's still streaming or not. I'm going to figure out how that's going to work when I end the stream. Felix Sapita says, I should have voted for Kamala. There we go again. Bitcoin would be over 150 by now. How do you get that, my man? Probably be sitting here with Gary Gensler playing with rocks. And feeling like, what's the security? I think this is the security. Yep, that's what this is. Security. Everything's the security. My underwear's the security. Yes, LOL Phoenix. Yes, you're the best troll I've ever met in my life. It's so well. My bad, Maximus. Jacob 6 says, Felix isn't a troll. He's a physical manifestation of retail in the market. Guys, the robots are here. All you gotta do is sit on your hands, man. That's all you gotta do. Wait for the tide to shift. Just sit on your hands, man. I haven't been doing fine with my portfolio. I haven't done a damn thing mostly since January. A few swing trades back in February, March. That was it. I sold off some things in January and swung trades February, March, and I just sat on my hands since, just accumulating what I had, dry powder, and then dried up to nothing. But it's still sitting there, all-time highs in my portfolio, and all I am holding mostly is Bitcoin and ZBEC to do that. I should have invested $100,000 in the gold, and stocks would have been on beach right now instead of being poor, hanging out. My guy, you'd only be up like maybe 2x at most. Probably not even that. A quarter, like. What has gold done this year so far? Is it up 50%? I don't think it's up 100, is it? Since January. We go back to January on the day. It's $4,200 right now, though. It's crazy. Here we go. Here's the beginning of the year, right here. We would be up not even 50%, 45%. All right. You think you really want to place your bet on gold when you know that Bitcoin's probably going to 2x, or already has 2x since the beginning of the year? If you've been holding longer than that, obviously you're more than 2x. Bitcoin here back in January of the year 24, before the huge breakout. Let's just be conservative and say since the breakout, it really hasn't done too much. If you got into January from where we are right now, the previous all-time high, you're up about 30%, 27%. Again, that's just from January. If you got in right before the election, you'd still be up a ridiculous amount. Let's see where we are right here. $126,000 Bitcoin, 80%, so almost 100%. If you got in at the very bottom here, not even back in a year ago. Let's go a little further out into a year. Yeah, it's right about here. If you held Bitcoin for a year, you're up 110,000. Yeah, you're up about 83%. 83% against gold's 45, 44. Yeah, I'm still putting my money in Bitcoin every day, every single day. All right. Moving back into the chat. What else we got here in the chat, guys? Nebula, I mean, the Trump is killing crypto more than the Biden did. No, he's not. Felix, are you sure you were in 2021, my guy? You haven't been in crypto this long. Did you have a long break or gap or something? What is going on, Felix? What are you talking about? We had we get positive news spins every single day. It's a paradox what we're living in right now. We have institutional demand, a Bitcoin president. Are you insane? Are you insane?
What are you, stupid?
Jesus. So I'm voting Democrat next time. Okay. Again, it's your vote, my man. It's your vote. I should invest 100,000 in the gold and the beach right now instead of hanging out with my other poor people. I don't know what you're doing. Are you trading all your money away? It's been a minute since we had these rants from you, Felix. Time for a drunk running, says Maximus. Yes, it's time. Love drunk running, says Cody. I do got to get back up there running, but I'm still hanging out with you guys in the chat. You must be special kid, says Bobbin to Felix. You want to say that in my face? You guys having a fight in the chat? What is going on? I will, says Nebs. Come around these parts. All the trolling in the chat. Geez, Felix. I remember last time you got into this, you said you were trolling, so I'm pretty sure you're still trolling. Nebula Nerd, that was months ago, though. Nebula Nerd says, yeah, sure, just, tell the hospital that MMA guy whooped your butt. Yeah, Felix is MMA fighter, man. Bobbin says, of course, I'll come to meet you. I'll come up and meet you. Jesus, what the hell are you guys doing? Shit. Jesus. Send me your address, says Felix. Oh, my. Bobbin just did. What the hell is going on, guys, in the chat? Okay, I'm gonna chop through some of this real quick here. Try to catch up again. Just come to the meetup. Thailand, yes. Let's go to Thailand, guys. Not for that. Let's just go hang out on the beach in Thailand. I wanted to, of course, tell a big. What the hell? Gamma. Okay. Bring some friends. I can pay for the tickets, says Bobbin. Oh wow. Cadillac, she's thirsty, but I leave the keyboard warrior inside. It's not worth a meet up in the real world to fight. Come on, guys, relax. Yes, Gamma, yes. Sure, bring whoever you like. They're really having this right in the chat right now. Geez, guys. Who do I like? You Angel's Place, where you live, Bobbin? Do you have an Angel's Place where you live? Felix is having a midlife crisis. I hope Felix is okay, man. I hope you're not like trading your bags away, man. I don't know, man. Nebler says, sorry to talk. I'm ready for some new dry powder. 100,000 in my pocket sounds nice right now, says Nebs. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't have any dry powder, but yeah, the markets are holding up. It's okay, guys. We're still waiting for everything to kind of resolve itself. We could still see another pullback. All you gotta do is be patient and just wait through it. That's all this is. That's all this is. $110,000 just testing, of course, the golden pocket. We're still skimming the surface. We haven't really dug into it. Guys, just need to relax, right? let Officer Grady help you out today. Jesus.
So just chill out. You know, drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie.
I'm all out of drinks.
Quit murdering people.
I drink all my coffee. I drink all my water.
Did you sell too early? Today we're gonna break.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, did you sell too early? Even Paul Barron, guys, is bullish. Oh god, that just randomly played next. Okay guys, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do again. I cannot leave without double checking, triple checking everything. Just it's part of my nature. Let's take a look at Bloomberg.
Yes, transportation and logistics company shares are up 19% right now. This is the best intraday move since 1998.
All right. Still talking about bank earnings, I believe. CNBC. What do we have here? Regional reports in focus. Shares tumble on broader credit concerns. Yes, we need a bigger credit rate. I mean, we need a bigger interest rate cut. And hopefully we'll get that soon. Hopefully we'll get Stephen Moran to convince a few more other governors to go to 50 basis points. But that's definitely what everyone's focusing on right now is credit concerns in the country. Everyone's looking on credit. Right now, guys, we are in a credit level we have not seen since World War II. Yes, you did not hear that. I did not misspeak here. Kathy Wood's been pointing this out over in ARK Invest. Let's see. Consumer credit. Yeah, consumer credit. Consumer. Not customer. Consumer? I cannot talk this morning or type this morning. Consumer credit chart. Let's see if she has that. I can find that pretty quickly here. Kathy Wood, ARK Invest Holdings. Where's that chart? Consumer credit chart since 1940s. Come on. Oh my god, I don't want to go to AI. Total credit consumer earnings, securitized totals. She did that's 2022. My god. Google, can you ever even be any more irrelevant? Jesus. Let's do past year. I mean, it happened a few months ago. She put this out. I've covered it on my channel before. 2025 commentary from ARK Investments. I'm not gonna be able to find it on the spot, guys. But do your research on this. She put that out. Basically, we're like on the verge of economic collapse. We don't do recessions anymore. We just keep printing money forever, and of course, borrowing off the fact of future, we're borrowing off the backs of future generations, according to
the U.S.
Powell
federal
himself.
government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
And there you have it. I think that's a good place to end it, guys. Pretty much it. We covered pretty much everything. Get the overall feel of the market. Bitcoin holding 110,000 currently, teasing the golden pocket yet again with another leg down. Will it hold? Will it hodl? Are we gonna finally just call this double bottom here and move on? I hope. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go for a run, eat a moon pie, stop murdering people, says Beebs. 100%. do that. Buy some of this dip, right?
I'd buy that for $1.
Cool off, guys. Man, that's crazy. We haven't even seen a huge pullback or anything. People are losing their minds. Man, that's nuts. Bitcoin's down like what, 5% from the top. 10, maybe 6 or 7, at most 8. Jacob Snake says, maybe it's doing well because the people are fleeing the platform and using B3 gas fees to send their crypto to cold storage wallets. B3 is, of course, no, B3 is not Binance. That's Coinbase. That's Coinbase. Base. Okay, guys. Yes, I'll catch you guys tonight. Welcome and goodbye. Later, guys.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forevermore.
Oh yeah, before you guys head out, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. What's with our likes? We gotta get the likes up. Let's go. 27, people watching right now, right before we head out for the day. We'll of course be back again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Foreign Market Open. We need a Felix shirt, says a guy. No, we don't. No, we're good. Felix just had a rough day, man. He's had a rough week, it seems like. Okay, yes, and also in the chat, guys. Yes, don't forget to hit me up if you guys want to get on the stream. I definitely would love to have more of you guys on. We're running out of time too. Tomorrow's Friday. We only got one more stream tonight. And we've got 3 more streams total into until the end of the week. So again, guys, also I'm going to be a featured guest over at Crypto Futures. I forgot about this. The whole week I didn't mention it. I'm going to be, of course, on Crypto Futures live stream on Saturday. So again, watch out for that on Saturday. Bulls versus the Bears t-shirt. Yes, let's do it. Let's have Crypto Otaku playing with his toys as a t-shirt. I could definitely do that. Thanks again for the good ideas, guys. I love you, and I will see you again soon, guys. So stay safe. Don't do anything stupid before the bull run. We're almost there. We just got to probably get into 2026 now. I don't know. All right, guys. Take it easy. Later.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. He's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.